I'm gonna be showing you how I made Lemonade by Toliver, Nav and Gunna on GarageBand. Let's go. So the first thing that I did is I got a guitar and copied over the melody from the loop that's used in the song to come up with something like this. Let me solo it out. These are the notes that are used. This is what it sounds like. But if you can tell, in the song there are a few like pitch bending things done with the guitar. And the way I replicated that onto GarageBand, I took the classical clean and I went to the pitch bend option and just did something like this. And then I merged the track together to come up with something like this. So these are just the pitch bended guitars. Over here. So it just repeats like that over the course of the song. So that's basically the guitar almost done, but I copied the same guitar into two different types of guitars. So basically guitar 4 and guitar 5. They both sound like this together, just to give a higher frequency. So this is what it sounds like all together. And now for the effects that I put on the guitar. I know I'm not going completely in order, but this is what I did. I put some reverb on it, some distortion, and a compressor to make it as close to the song as possible. So without any effects, it would have sounded like this. That doesn't sound very good. It sounds very plain and dry. So now with the effects, you can see the reverb and distortion add quite a bit of depth to it. Same things with the other guitars as well. A bit of chorus on these distorted ones, just to give them a little bit more depth. So this is the original audio of the song. If you hear, there are a couple of accents playing in the background. So I replicated those perks using this. I'll play it with the metronome so you can hear where it plays. So just a simple shaker. This is what it sounds like with the rest of my loop. So after that, I just merged all of the tracks together to get this sound. You can also see that I did a little bit of automation in here just to make it a little bit more realistic. Well, this doesn't sound exactly like the song, and this is the original copy, so why not merge them together to make them as unique as possible? So this is what it sounds like combined with each other. And I also put a bit of wider and stereo lag on this, just to make the sound a bit wider and pan it towards both of the ears. Next, during the pre-chorus, this guitar comes along. I'll tell you what I did for that. So these are the notes that are played. This is just a normal acoustical guitar, just the chords. Of course, I put a couple of effects on here as well. So I put a wider and some reverb on the master channel and some EQ as well. I EQ'd all of them. I didn't want to go through all of them because it's just boring. So this is what the three of them sound like together. Now for the drums. The drums are pretty interesting in this because the hi-hats have two patterns. One for the pre-chorus and one for the rest of the song. So the one for the pre-chorus goes something like this. I'll play with the metronome. So these are the notes that are playing. I'll just show you a little bit. So there's some sprinkles in here like this note, and there's a 16th note every third bar. This is very important because there's a lot of drops in the song, and this 16th note stands out quite a bit. This is what it would sound like with the other guitars. Now also during the pre-chorus, there's another different instrument. It's the bass line. So different from the 808, the bass line is actually just this pattern playing. I couldn't find the exact bass line, but this is similar to what it sounds like. You might want to use headphones for this. These are the notes that are playing. Just have a quick look, and I'm gonna get out of this as well. So this is what it sounds like with the other instruments. I'm just trying to combine them on top, layer on layer. Next, there's the clap, but the clap isn't actually playing on every 3, it's the snare and perk. So this is what the snare and perk sound like together. This is what the shaker like sounds like alone. And this is the rim shot. It's kind of a snare. And next, where you would expect a perk, the clap actually plays. So there's this clap playing over here. It's actually quite muted. So I EQ'd it so that the lower frequencies stand out. I don't know why the EQ isn't working. Next, we move on to the actual hook. This is the hi-hat pattern that's playing for the hook. It's a bit higher than the hi-hat pattern that's playing for the pre-chorus. If you want to have a look at the notes, this is what it is. This is what I got as well. This goes along with the 808. I'm playing the second part because the first part has a drop. And I forgot to say, we also have this mini open add in here, but it's just very simple pattern. And one of the last instruments that we have is the kick pattern. So this is the kick pattern. So this sounds like this with the 808. And now we just add some risers, some drops, and a little sprinkly stuff like that, and then the beat's fully done. So there's a little riser effect before the first drop actually. It's very short, you can barely hear it. And when the drop actually hits, it's not actually on the hook, it's a few bars after, so it's here. It's here. I basically reversed that same riser to give this kind of crash feeling. I'll solo it out and show you what it is. So it's not really a crash, it's basically a reversed riser. That's the closest sound I can find to the original song. So this is the part where Don Toliver has his chorus, and this is where Nav starts. There's a little drop in there as well. So basically, yeah, this is the whole beat. Put a like down below if you like the video, and subscribe for more content. Give me an idea of what I should drop next. This is the full beat. Hope you like.